We are live. It is NewMutator, joined by Punk User. Thanks for being here, Punk User.
My pleasure.
And we talked in last game about how Punk User is plagued with internet issues. Also, I know a couple of players are in the Myth World Cup, and I have been in the past, but right now I'm not. But that's why his voice can sometimes cut in and out and sound funny at times. Why don't you say something else real quick?
I'm just reading the chat here about this game running with 1.7.0 gameplay mode, and so I guess somebody's running an old version of the client.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Interesting. 1.3 is pretty cool.
You know what? It's funny. Everyone always thinks 1.3 is pretty cool, and I do too on occasion, and then I go back and like try to play it, and you realize how like trashy it actually was.
Well, how's it different than the current version? I mean, you know, if you had to name like one or two differences.
Oh, the most obvious differences are actually not with the gameplay. The most obvious differences are just like with the client. Like you need to put a CD in, and like it's super jerky and laggy all the time.
Oh yeah. I think that's probably good that you don't need a CD to play Myth anymore. I think that's great.
I imagine at least a few of the people in this game may not own a CD.
Yeah, I would have to raise my eyebrow in suspicion as well on that one. But yeah, we are here in game number 2. The DE4 matchup between R3 and the Silent Sentinels. We're looking at R3. Rat King is going to be captaining Kramisi, K-Size, and Muse. Only 4 players showing up. Across from them, the black team in the southwest. Asmo captaining Monty, Honky, James Joyce, Roadkill, Lizard King, Toxin, and Smack My Bishop. And yeah, looks like it's going to be 6-on-4. This game, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Another one that's a little bit unbalanced. I wonder why they didn't look for subs. Maybe they don't care. I don't know.
Yeah, there was some you know, back and forth on the forums about substitutes on this game. I'm not very clear with that as well, but if you happen to see something in the chat, you know, maybe you can draw our attention to it. I guess, you know, R3 was saying, yeah, you guys didn't let us sub, and then Silent Sentinels were saying, yeah, we did, but just not certain players or something like that. So I don't really know what's up with that.
Yeah, not sure. So I got Rat King with 42%. I guess there's only 4 of them, but still. Got 4 Trow and other stuff. It looks like Lizard's King's got the 4 Trow again in the other team, so...
Yeah, it's never good to have, you know, when you see one person with that many, that much of the team's units in their hands. It's almost, I mean, that's almost the death knell for your team.
Especially as the captain, you're supposed to sort of be watching what's going on.
Flag captured.
I mean, Lizard King, he has all 4 Tro for the Sentinels, but even with all 4 Tro, it's only 26%. So Rat King, he's got to have a whole lot of units. He's got the spiders and the Tro, but I'm not sure what else.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I don't see. Can't be the spiders making that difference. He must have something else somewhere.
Maybe.
Oh, he's got the maul back there. Yeah, back at the flag. Okay, that's fine then if they're just defense units.
Okay. Yeah, because we did see. I casted. What was it? Oh, it was with Kruniak. We casted the Southern Parkians and Timecocks, and Stone Cold took, I don't know, over 50% of the units, and it was just it didn't go so well for him.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, when you have like a really unbalanced team, sometimes in Rabble games, you know, that can work out when you have someone who's just obviously way better than the rest of the people. But in these games, you're assuming that everyone's sort of playing at a level.
Yep, here comes the rush, and R3 is going to rush into the Silent Sentinels, and basically they're Rat King able to micro that Tro so that he's able to keep that from dying.
Good. He's going to lose it here, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to hold on to it very much longer. They just kind of rushed into it. I think maybe that was their plan from the beginning. And I'm pretty lagging right here. My myth is so much is going on that I'm slowing down here.
You're recording at the same time too.
Oh yes, 83 to 57%, and all those fetch going down for R3. Rat King only able to save 2 Tro, and all 4 Tro for the Sentinels in relatively good condition at this point. Not exactly.
What time are you at? I just want to realize.
I'm at 9 minutes right now.
Okay.
And one of those Tro gets stoned, but
captured.
yeah, 72 to 11%. That rush definitely didn't work at all.
Exceptionally poorly.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean they rushed their Trow in and ended up fighting Mercuridia and just taking tons of damage, and then they ended up with too many Trow, and I guess they lost the fetch fights too, looking at how much is left.
Well, once the Tro was gone, there was nothing to back up the fetch.
Defend.
Yeah, so the fetch were caught trying to defend themselves against Tro, but then while they were doing that, the fetch for the Sentinels were able to creep up and just take them all out.
Yep.
Flag captured.
So Sentinels are going to be spreading out. You know, K-Size has a Mercuridia here, but he's probably not going to survive.
This game's already over.
Yeah, so we won't fault you. We won't fault you if you move to game 3 at this point.
Yeah.
Flag captured.
So, what do you want to talk about while they run around capping flags?
Pretty much. I mean, well, Rat King does concede the flag, but for some reason, I think he tags one of the flags with that spider. So he is going to walk off that flag though.
Yeah.
Let him take it. So it is game over.
That was very kind of them not to make us watch that.
I think he pretty much knew that it was over. There was nothing he can do. 72%. What was it? 10%? 11%?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a little bit. That's more than I've ever seen be overcome in a game, in a myth game.
Yeah, that's pretty one-sided.
So, you know, Lizard King with the Tro, 303 damage, pretty ridiculous. They're able to inflict a ton of damage, 22 kills. That's almost half of what his team was able to do, and that's almost what the entire R3 team was able to do.
Yeah, credit where it's due. I mean, he sort of baited in Rat King's Trow and got a bunch of good punches on them, and then got the Mercury in there to finish him off. So,
and other notable players, well, Smack My Bitch Up, 143 damage for that player. I don't even know who that player is really, or James Joyce, but yeah. And weren't you saying something about how it's really it's kind of ridiculous how often some of these players change their names, so we can't even tell who they are in the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I know they all know who each other are. It just makes it tougher for us on the outside trying to cast it.
Yeah, because you can check and see like who's, you know, what the logins are on the MariusNet website, but
right, although
from the
so
films,
many of them have like 10 logins as well.
That's true, yeah. From the films though, you can't tell.
You actually can. But
oh, you can?
Work. Yeah.
How can you do that?
You need to use that weird version of Myth that I posted to dump statistics out of it, that they use to do the Myth World Cup statistics. That actually dumps out logins as well.
Really? So if I use that, then I can determine the identity.
Logins there.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. That could come in handy later on, but yeah.
You know, it's a lot of work though to go through.
Yeah, I would imagine. I don't have any experience with that, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I only have a cursory knowledge of that program, but evidently that's used to compile statistics for players over, you know, across a span of several matches played.
That's the program Dak wrote. All I did was make a modified version of Myth that dumps out the end game statistics to a file, and then Dak's program aggregates it, basically.
Oh, okay. So using both of those programs together
Yeah,
And
you can get stats over a tournament, but like I said, since everyone uses so many different accounts and things like that, it's a pain.
it's prohibitive. Yeah. So what else? Monty doing pretty well. 14 kills, 3 losses, and well, you know, it doesn't surprise me that nearly everybody on Sentinel is able to do really well, and you know, Rat King taking damage for his team, but you know, for Tro, it's hard not to.
Yep.
But I think, yeah, what we saw was pretty easy to figure out. Basically, R3 just tried to rush in to the Sentinels and try to I don't know, try to engage early. I guess when you're rushed in like that, it kind of it might mitigate the number of players advantage a little bit.
I think they were hoping to catch him off guard with that rush and make up, because they know in long attrition battles they're going to lose due to fewer players. But it didn't work out.
Yeah, it certainly didn't. So we're going to go ahead and move on to game number 3. Thanks for joining us. It is NewMutator and joined by Punk User. And so stick around, and game number 3 is next.